Hello, I'm Sam Paris, dialing in from West Virginia. And I just want to share a little bit today about how our church at First United Presbyterian Church of Dale City shares the light of Christ through its ministries. And it is certainly Christ's light that we shine, not our own. Three ministries that stand out to me are Kairos Prison Ministry, our Spread the Bread Ministry, and More Light Presbyterians. The Spread the Bread Ministry is just a very impactful ministry for the unhoused, in which we feed a meal a week. And to be the hands and feet of Christ, to be part of that ministry, not only shares Christ's love, but it also certainly transforms our hearts as well. The Kairos Prison Ministry is a ministry in which we go into a very dark place. We serve at Sussex Prison in Virginia. It's a maximum security prison in which we spend 4 days with the men a couple times a year, and we bring in home-baked cookies and we surround the weekend with prayers around the clock. And it is bringing light into a very dark place. And these men are overwhelmed by the love and the joy that is shared through the prayers and the cookies and God's word. And to see the transformation in their hearts transforms our hearts as well. And the final ministry I mentioned is First More Light Presbyterians, in which we are welcoming all church. And that includes everyone in God's kingdom. And we want to support the LGBTQI in all ways, and not just welcoming, but affirming to be part of this church for its leadership, for its ministries. Wherever there is a call, wherever there is a need, for all are welcome in God's kingdom. Thank you and God bless.
Hi, this is Edna and Regina. So our church can show the light of Christ in today's world in the following ways: by being compassionate, helping others, visiting the lonely, and I believe the church already does all of these. Praying for others, treating others with respect.
I agree with my mom, and what I'm going to say also, I think the church already does, but I think that the way that the light of Christ can be seen through the church is by them having open arms, them not judging others, them being willing to pray for anyone and everyone who walks through the building, no matter the circumstance, and them just being able to listen to people.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, my name is Shannon Williams, and I'm the youth director at First United Presbyterian Church of Dale City. You know, recently I was tasked with answering the question of how can we show Christ's love outside of these church walls? And truth be told, I had all of these answers and all of these ideas, and I could think of the things that we already do, like, you know, it varies between gathering on Saturdays and making sandwiches for the local unhoused folks, and hopping on a plane and heading across the world with some of your church member friends, and, you know, setting out to Guatemala to help them there. But it doesn't have to be all that. I feel like that's something that we often miss out on as Christians. You know, it's like, I have to give, I have to do, I have to make everything with big intention and plan ahead and all the things. And, you know, as I sat back and I thought about many of the ways that Christ's love is shown by the members in my church, it's not always about hopping on a plane, and it's not always about any big, huge production. Sometimes it's just to love.